Welcome everybody to Urban Flower TV. This is our Where There's Smoke, There's Flower episode. And let me introduce to you Jimmy Aranda, Adenary Aranda, and our guests tonight are our good friends Claudia Macias and Jesus Bernal.
Hi.
Hello.
Rey del Pollo, if you're a local Houstonian, you might have driven by or already had a chance to try their delicious Mexican style roasted chickens, also known as the Chicken King.
Right.
So welcome guys, thank you so much for taking time out and visiting Urban Flower. And we're here to talk about CBD and talk about what their endeavors are, how they're influencing our communities in Houston, and what they want to share about what's going on in their business, in their line of work with you. So, you know, not everybody that visits our show is going to light up, a pre-roll that's got CBD in it. Keep calm, it's not pot.
Yeah.
But this is a PG-13 version, and so there will be no smoking tonight. We've got treats, and so CBD sour belts.
And they're so good.
They are
Jolly
very
Bomb
good.
pops that people love. 40 milligrams of CBD. They'll calm your butt down if you're stressed out, if you're hyper, whatever the case. So if you guys want to partake,
Yeah, okay.
enjoy.
All right. I'm gonna,
Sour bells.
And,
Yeah.
let's try it out.
Pink lemonade.
Ooh,
Green
especially for the
apple.
hot summer nights,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, pink lemonade. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's try it out.
Let's try
So-
it out. I can get it open.
Ladies first.
All right.
Claudia said today was her birthday,
Oh.
but I just
Happy
found
birthday.
out that it's
Thank
on
you.
Sunday, except she's been celebrating since July 1st.
Yes, yes. I celebrate birthday month.
Happy
This is the
birthday.
first year that I do that. I typically I haven't been celebrating for a while because I have two young kids and it's all about their birthdays and my birthday's sandwiched in between theirs.
Both.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's not cool.
So I'm like, leftover birthday cake from you and okay, let's just put a candle in that. Let's go. Yeah, yeah.
That's like my sister Ilse was born the week I turned 15.
Oh, okay.
And then when
Okay.
she was celebrating her 21st birthday, she had just given birth to her little girl Milan. And we're right around Mother's Day, so I don't know what day to celebrate anymore. It's somebody's birthday or Mother's Day, but anyway. So you were telling me that you have a new job.
Yes, I do. So, well, I'm La Super Comadre Claudia from RadioCrystalUSA.com, and you know, I'm also primarily mom. I have two daughters, and I get involved in whatever area that I see where I need to go, I need to be, and my mission in life has been working with students and parents. I've had the chance to be a teacher, to be an administrator. I built up a school with a big charter school system, and then I took some time to be a mom. It didn't last that long.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I talk to these kids and they'll talk back to me, and I'm like, I need to have a conversation. But I did go back and did consulting with various education organizations, and then I came back full time just this year, and I am now the reading coach at a local elementary school, and I support students and the teachers of those students who have significant reading needs, and they have a big support system, but at the same time they needed someone to come in and just kind of guide them, and that's what I did this last year. So I'm back full time, but I'm still doing the radio, and the platform is all about taking care of your heart and soul. Mental, physically, as well as literally, as well as civic engagement. Are you aware of what's going on in politics? Are you aware of who's running for what? What are their platforms? Do you know that if you're registered to vote, how do you do that? And also, so taking care of your heart and soul, civic engagement, and education. And it's not just education like what's the best school for my kid, but getting yourself educated with what is CBD oils, getting yourself educated with how do I buy a house, get yourself educated with financial, literacy, just different ways that I can bring in ordinary people that are doing extraordinary things. I mean, and I've interviewed everyone from a mom who's just doing a badass badass job at raising her kids, and that she takes time for herself, and she shares that to a candidate like Beto O'Rourke. So I go from known to just a mom who's doing, I want to say a great, you know, a badass job being a parent.
Yeah.
You know, so that's what I do, because my goal has always been to help to support people find what their strength is, and that way they can look at their strength, and that helps support what area that they need work in, and that everyone has something to share. A lot of people may think that I need to have a title, I need to have a certain education, I need to have this. I'm like, no, you have life, and you have a story, and that is what I do, is I bring them to the forefront, and they share that. It could be an abuelita, a tia, and it's mostly super comadres, but every so often I let a super compadre on after
invite me.
after I so I have my new super compadre, and we still need to have you on too. I know that you don't want to be in front of the camera, but look, now I know that you can handle it. So no more excuses.
I really do admire you for a lot of that. I think you're leaving so much out, because in the time that I've known you, a couple of years now, I know that you help people also not just find their strengths, but represent their weaknesses.
Yes.
Because you've been involved with
Latinas Rising,
the immigration situation of our undocumented, you know.
The humanity behind the people that are coming to this country and are getting lost, or getting discarded, or not being, or you know, the stories being a little distorted.
Yes, helping hold our elected officials accountable, and you know, connected with us, not to get lost in the politics and forget about the people who support them. The ITC situation. I know you were very involved with that.
Yeah, it's just
So it
providing
goes
just providing a voice, especially because I am bilingual, and a lot of times when we in my community, when we make it, we forget to come back and give, because I always carry this in my mind. It's a quote I read or heard somewhere, that to whom much is given, much is expected. So much, I do what I do because I stand on the shoulders of giants, of many people that were there to support me. Now I'm that shoulder for others. And so you're right. I sometimes don't include everything, because I don't really see it as more than I see it as, well, that's just what you're supposed to do.
But it's a responsibility we have. I think Jesus and I could share, and maybe you too, as first generation immigrants, first generation Americans of immigrants that had a vision. They made sacrifices, or maybe like my grandfather, who made a sacrifice so my mom could have an opportunity, and then it becomes an obligation. There's no more excuse of language. There's no more you know, financial matters, or their adversities become, you know, stepping stones for us, so that we can be better, provide better for our children, and appreciate that being American is a good thing, and not forget where we come from, how we got here, why we're here, and that we have to make good on their desire to have a better life here, whether it was illegal or not. I mean, I just think about how many pesos does it take to get somebody across the river to give them a better life, to escape, you know, trouble. Some people have 10 children here, and some 2, or some didn't, just had to skip across, and it wasn't a big deal. But there are some, you know, and so once we're here, then we do our best, and I think that we represent a lot of that success that they were wishing for themselves, and for us. And so they open the path, and we're following.
It's a responsibility. It's a huge responsibility that a lot of us don't sometimes see. So I help them kind of see that.
Yeah, and so when there are families that cook up a good chicken for the dinner table, you took it to another level. I know that I picked up my Tuesday night special of the 2 chickens and
2 for Tuesdays.
2 for Tuesdays, $19.99. I don't know if it's still.
Come and see
Yes.
us. Yeah,
So-
pretty much that, like the stuff you're talking about. That's it's a story you were talking about earlier. That story was shared by my mom. It's like, and nothing goes unforeseen for whenever she shared her story of how what she had to go through to get us here and everything she had to endure in life and everything. To me, that's my responsibility to make sure, like, hey, you know what, everything she did for me, it's not gonna go in vain. I'm gonna make sure I do and give it my best, and that's what I try to bring to my family. It's like we came here. I was born in Mexico, but at the same time, we met each other when I was 11. And you were a little bit older than
Wow.
me, so I was.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Not that long ago.
Really,
Yeah,
he's my brother's.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, so me and her, we're like that right there, and and we still, now the family as now that we're older, we're still real close to each other.
Very integrated.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know how that happens because we're not related by blood, but just common values. Our moms were great friends,
Oh.
and we lost his mom some years ago, but her spirit still lives in all of us, and I know it's in her children and their children. So she's a big inspiration.
Oh, that's
for
my mom. That's
everybody.
my main inspiration right there.
What's your mom's name?
Lupina. Well, Guadalupe, but
Guadalupe.
everyone
No,
her as
it's
Lupina.
Lupina.
Lupina. So I mean, just that boldness she had right there, like, man, that was my rock right there, So when you talk about what you do and the conversation you're having, it's all about a story that somebody brings to the table and you share with somebody and you inspire people, and by her teaching me from a young age, I've had that drive, that fire, that it's like I wanna make sure my mom, even she's not here anymore, but I want to make sure people are proud of us. It's like for us not being just someone that just if we have an opportunity, we have to work hard for it. Don't expect nobody to give you nothing in life. If you want something, go get it. Be persistent. Do not give up. If you fall, get back up. So that's what we've done in our business. We've been in business 11 years already. It's Red Pollo. We started with our first business. I was sharing with them. I mean, at first, when you first start, there's no days off. There's nothing. I mean, you got to be 100% committed to what you want in life, and that's what we have to do. So now we've been around for 11 years. We have 5 restaurants, and we have 104 employees right now as we speak. So so it's also about creating jobs, but at the same time, I like what you're talking about I think a lot of the values that right now our kids, that's why what I want to, what I've been talking to, like HISD, to Galena Park, Pasadena ISD, it's about, I want kids to know that they can come through my business and show that I can show them the fundamentals, because a lot of times some people they want that instant gratification that, oh, you know what, I should already be here because that's what. No, you have to work from the bottom and earn it, because when you earn it, then you value it. So that's where we're real involved with the community, with the local churches, with the schools. We sponsor baseball teams, football teams, do everything. So our main thing is always make sure we give back, because once again, the only thing that people, is it's what's your legacy, what do you leave behind, So, I mean, it just be good people, make sure we teach. The door was open for us, make sure we open the door and teach people, And so that's pretty much been like the way I see stuff and the way I try to share stuff with people and stuff like that. So
That's beautiful.
yeah, it's been
Thank
been
you.
good.
Thank you.
And he hasn't done it alone.
Mhm.
There's the Mrs. And
Yeah.
y'all just had an anniversary.
Oh,
Yes.
congratulations.
I love you, baby. Me and my wife have been married we just turned 19 years. We have 4 kids.
Yeah.
My oldest is 17, Andres. My Mateo, he's 11. My girls, I have twins. They're 8 years old, Lucy and Lily. And of course, the credit I get. Also, my brother. My brother, he's my business partner. His wife. My dad. He's also involved. My sister. So you know, it takes that in order
team.
for
It takes a team. It takes
you
a
know.
village.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
saying goes. It
Yeah.
takes a whole village to do this. Yeah.
Exactly. So yeah, no, we've been through some ups and downs, and the main thing is always getting back up. You know, so even though we've been in business 11 years, we've fallen many times. You know, but the main thing is get back up. You know, brush yourself off and just keep on going. That's it. You know. So but it's been good. I wouldn't change it. You know, I was like, so we were like, oh, you know, it's like, oh, you're lucky. No, there's no luck right here. You know, whoever wants something in life, you have to work your butt off. You know. And put you know, like this, you like they say, like, you got to pay your dues. You know, you have to work hard at something in order for you to actually see the fruits. You know, so I mean that. But the good thing is that our team, it's strong. We meet up. We meet up once a week. We communicate every day. You know, and also, you know, see where, and if you know, sometimes do we to help each other out. Hey, sometimes you might see stuff differently, but at the same time we compromise. You know. Always find a solution. There's always a solution, you know. So the main thing is always trying to come together and make sure everyone's part of the team, and everyone has the one thing that they bring to the team. I can't say, oh, I'm the best and that's it, you know. So I value for everyone for what they do and bring to the team.
Yeah.
Because at some point you realize, kind of like Urban Flower, we talk
Yeah.
about it a lot, or at least I like to,
Yeah.
that we couldn't have done it one without the other.
Exactly.
And as these are early stages, but there's so much potential for growth, for earning, for improving our living situations for ourselves, our children, our families, our community.
Yeah.
Like, there will come a time when all the bills are paid and you've got comforts, and then it's time to give back, because there's so much need for education, for support, for helping fund programs that help keep kids on a straight path, help them feel accepted, help them have dreams and work towards those dreams. That's so wonderful. Talking about your kids, I think yesterday in the news there was a headline about, now that marijuana or cannabis is becoming legalized in so many states, there are fewer teens get abusing drugs. Like, I don't know how that relates, but how do you all feel now as parents? I never smoked or drank as a student, and when I was their ages, and so I wonder, now that it's legalizing, like, how are we gonna feel because we have some customers, and you know, we appreciate everybody. They leave their pride at the door. They're vulnerable, and we welcome. We give high fives, we give hugs. People shed tears. CBD is changing lives. It's helping people every day, and sometimes we wouldn't know or see these family matters where kids are already abusing even the THC, you know, plant, and they want an alternative for their kids.
Yeah.
So absolutely, you know, CBD is going to help them substitute for something that's less, I guess, intrusive in their mental development, their emotional, social settings, because it calms anxiety, stress, it helps with sleep, it helps lift moods, and most people that are experimenting with CBD are finding that it just mellows out any kind of tensions that we have, emotional, mental, physical. It is real, even though we're not supposed to call it a miracle, you know, supplement. It's almost like a miracle.
Well, with me, the way I look at it is, I'm looking at it as a student. You know, I'm always a teacher and training teachers and showing them how to teach kids how to read and what have you. But I'm also a student. I'm a lifelong learner. So I want to learn more about this. And the way my approach is, just the way I when I do workshops and trainings for teachers, I don't always I begin with, how are you taking care of you? I don't go straight into literacy and how to phonics and all that. I talk about, hey, how was your day? Take 5 minutes, and I want you to write 3 things that you did really well today. and then I want you to share if you're ready to share. And then on the other flip, turn the paper over. I want you to write 3 things that you like really bombed, and tomorrow you're like, I'm gonna try this again. And let's talk about that.
Yeah.
And then after that, then I ask them a question like, what do you do to help yourself get to that great place that you need to be? And they'll tell me, I run, I jog, I do yoga, I go to my therapist. I have people crying and talking, and then once we get all that out, then we go into teaching a teacher how to teach kids. So it's like, that's the way I look at it, is what is it out there that we as adults can turn to? Is this something that can help me? Just like the way some people are going to go jogging, some people are going to go do yoga, some people are going to do, what is it that's out there that's not going to harm you? And that's what I work on with the teachers that I work with, is work on you first.
Yeah.
What are the things that you're doing to help you get where you need to be? Those 3 things you wrote on the opposite side that you really bombed, how are you going to get yourself prepared to take on those challenges? And that's the way I approach it, is for taking care of your heart and soul. How can this support that arena? I guess
That makes sense.
so. I'm here as a student to learn too. So
Heart, soul, and body.
Yeah, heart, body, and soul. Yeah.
So, a lot of people say that they don't want to introduce CBD into their bodies, but I can't tell you how many times I'll ask, so if you have a headache, do you take Advil, Tylenol?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
oh yeah. Okay. How about, CBD doesn't eat through your stomach lining. It doesn't harm your liver, your kidneys. And, we have to help our bodies last longer, be healthier. We don't want to end up with dialysis because our organs are shot from the medications that we were receiving prescribed to us by our medical professionals that are supposed to be helping make us better. And sometimes they didn't know any better, but there are times when they're learning that there are consequences, and in order to keep their pockets full, they're continuing to write on that little pad and not think about how
the long term.
the long-term effects on that one person and how that person's health is going to affect the people around them, their loved ones, when they can't provide for them because they can't work, because they're sick, because they're depending on our medical our welfare system to fund their medications, their treatments, and it is a very deep, dark place that prescriptions now can take us now. And
a lot of side effects.
and I'm so
Huge
grateful.
side effects.
We're so grateful that we discovered CBD, all of its benefits, and that the laws are changing every day to help make it accessible, to help provide information, studies, and the studies, there won't be enough for a very long time. They require a lot of funding, a lot of experimenting, but the testimonies, that we're hearing from people, and we can't beat them. And when a person starts to sleep better, they have better days. When they have better days, they're more productive. They do more for themselves. Like you said, they're taking care of themselves. And when you're good, then you can do more for those around you. And that's what's so exciting about CBD. So we welcome anybody who wants to make an appointment and come chat CBD. We have a coffee maker. We've got CBD coffee that you can enjoy while you're here. Beverages, and everything's very affordable.
Yeah,
very reasonable.
I checked out some of your things already. I see
Takes
you have
off
some
the
bath
edge.
bomb with bath
Yeah,
bombs.
so
And
My
just
wife.
like this, what's it called? The Jolly
Jolly
bombs.
Yeah,
I
they're
mean,
good.
This
Very
is good.
good.
And then we had, what else did you have?
The little.
The sour bomb. Oh, what
this
is
is
this?
the sugar scrubs.
Okay, so how can this support me? Like if Super Comadre wants to go and try this.
we like to promote or feature some of our newest arrivals. As we grow, we're just building on so that we can continue to be your go-to CBD specialty shop. and we're a boutique, and we have everything from the flower. We added a 29th strain today. So the 28th was Miami Vice, and now we have something called Indoor. You guys need to come check it out. It's got nice big buds. It's very calming and relaxing. It's got great sweet flavor. And then our other items are these from CBD Bath World. These are bath bombs. They have 50 milligrams of CBD.
Okay.
So if you like taking baths and soaking, you need to try this. And I think this one is
bet your
called
wife.
I know.
Birthday
Does she
Cake.
need one too?
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
And, so we might gift the birthday girl one.
Oh my
and
gosh, no, are you serious? Oh,
Give me one too.
compliments,
Give me one too.
and I don't
oh
want
thank you.
The
Thank you,
missus-
thank you, thank you, thank you.
well,
This is really super, super.
and we don't want the missus to get jealous, so
Oh.
she'll get one too.
A birthday
You can
cake
pick out her.
bath bomb.
Yeah, and
That
these are
is
just $14.99. It's a steal.
Yeah.
And we've got sugar scrub. These cubes
Nice.
that you can use to soften your skin.
Mm-hmm.
They've got wonderful fragrance, and believe it or not, the skin is an organ. It's
Yeah.
our largest organ. Everything that touches it makes it into our system eventually. And using products that contain CBD on our skin
Yeah.
will bring a lot of benefits. They help
What
with
about blemishes?
irritations.
Acne?
Yeah, we are experimenting with
Nice.
some facial
Okay.
skincare,
Okay.
and there will be some very
Okay.
soon.
I would love to.
For tightening pores,
Oh, for the
refreshing
crow's feet?
skin. And what I was going to tell you about how much CBD helps the skin too.
Yeah.
If you're not taking the drops regularly
Yeah.
or vaping, smoking the flower,
Yeah.
the topicals, the
Yeah.
salves,
Yeah.
they bring a lot of benefits to everything as simple as a tattoo, like healing a tattoo, blemishes, scars, burns, sunburns,
Okay.
psoriasis of the skin, psoriatic arthritis has a skin condition that flares up, and we have clients that are using this in their lives, and they're so thankful for it. Eczema, I can't even say enough.
Wow.
Yeah,
I've
so-
known people who have gone through so many medications,
Mhm.
topical, taken for eczema, and
Yep, so the bath treatments we have here, there's salt soaks, we've got the sugar scrub, the bombs, and you just need to come check it out.
you get a
Oh,
gorgeous
yeah.
place.
Before
Congratulations.
we leave,
Yeah.
thank you. Before we
Yeah.
leave, your special that you have, do you wanna
Oh.
for Tuesdays? And,
There we go.
And how we can find you on Instagram or social
Yes.
media?
Oh, for sure. Well, we have 5 restaurants. You could we're at realpoder.com, and we have I guess on realpoder.com you can find our 5 locations right there. But our main special, we specialize in charbroiled chicken. So on Tuesdays we have 2 chickens with tortillas and salsa for only $14.99 plus tax.
Nice.
But our main thing that we sell the most is a chicken and a half, which is 12-piece chicken with 3 rows of rice, 3 rows of beans, tortillas, and a big, large jarrito for only $21.99. So guys, come and check it out. You can't beat that,
you
you know?
can't beat that.
You can't beat that right there.
Okay, where are we going after this?
Red Pollo!
And
And
one more thing, are we having the festival on Saturday? The After Dark Market is pending the weather conditions.
Okay.
But if
Yeah.
you can join us from 8 to 12 p.m.
7
Yeah.
to 12.
7 to 12. Sorry.
Okay.
We'll have live DJ. We'll have complimentary adult
Nice.
beverages. 10 to 15 vendors. So it'll be
Arts and
a night
crafts.
edition. Arts and crafts, clothing, just all sorts of stuff. So it'll be fun. So pending the weather, you can follow us at urban _flower depot on Instagram and on Facebook, Urban Flower Depot. And Claudia, how can we get a hold
yeah,
of you?
so you can follow me. My show comes on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays at 10 o'clock in the morning and at 10 o'clock at night on RadioCrystalUSA.com. We record on Tuesdays. You can watch Facebook Live. And if you have a service or a product, you can always buy some ad space and we'll create it for you, put it on there, we'll promote you as we do our show. So it's at RadioCrystalUSA.com, and I'm la super comadre Claudia de RadioCrystalUSA.com, y lo hago en español y también en inglés.
And you can find and we're open Monday through Saturday from 10 to 7, 2606 Telephone Road, Houston, Texas, right off the freeway.
Yeah. So follow me on Instagram at Claudia I. Macias and Facebook as well.
And happy birthday.
Oh yes,
Happy birthday.
thank
Thanks
you.
so much for coming,
It's
guys.
my triple quinceañera, y'all.
Nice.
Good night.
Yes, good night.
Bye.